What is up, guys? Ian here from Co-Create Today, taking your mindset from a place of lack to a place of abundance. Today I just want to talk and emphasize about work. And I know that I talk about work quite often, but if you are a spiritual being, you have to realize that the other side of spirituality is materialism and through action. You know, I questioned that as I went and I'm going through my spiritual journey. I always question myself, what does it mean to be spiritual, and what is the opposite of spirituality? You know, if you're living this human experience, you've obviously seen the polarities that we live. Our whole universe, our whole lifestyle is built off polarities, and you will never have a dark without a light. You'll never have a up without a down, or a right without the left. You have to realize that our universe works off this reflection symbolism. Everything that we do has a not only reaction, but something that's opposite to, polar to. Now, as I went through my spiritual journey, I wondered what the polar end of spirituality was. And it wasn't until that I read this Zen Buddhism text that emphasized how much work Zen Buddhists put into their architecture, into their community, into their just personal lives. And I wondered why Zen Buddhists were different than normal Buddhas. And you usually see like a Buddha or a monk sitting in meditation, zazen. And I always thought that was the way to enlightenment. That must be the way to unlock your mind, is through meditation and through yoga. And I come to realize that has nothing to do with becoming enlightened. That only has one thing to do with it. And without work, your meditation and yoga would be useless. So why am I making this video? Well, I'm trying to emphasize how work is so important if you're going to be a spiritual being. I feel like too many of us think that, if we want to become enlightened, we just have to sit in meditation all day and become thoughtless and become one with ourselves. Well, how are we supposed to become one with ourselves if we don't go out and find ourselves? And that's through other people, that's through action, that's through hard work. And you'll never be able to find that person if you're just sitting in your room with your eyes closed. I struggled with this for a long time, because I thought that I could find enlightenment if I just stayed to myself and unlocked my mind. And I was on one side of the page, but I didn't know there was a backside. And through hard work and through just work habit, I've realized that you find enlightenment through other people. And as you become more aware of yourself through the meditations and through the yogas, you're able to shift that and become intentional with whatever you're doing. You become intentional with your relationships. You become intentional when you cook food. You become intentional when you exercise. And the thing is I truly believe that once you become a spiritual being, you become more focused. There's not as much chatter in your mind that's distracting you. Now you have this focus for whatever you're doing. So you become one-minded. Not closed-minded, one-minded. And whatever you're focusing on, that's the only thing that's on your mind. And thus, putting all your energy into that one thing. Now, if we can do that for whatever we're doing, whether it's cooking, or we're trying to nurture a relationship, or we're trying to build one, the results are going to be amplified. They're going to be magnified by the amount of energy that you're putting into it. Now, being like thoughtful of it is one side of the spectrum, but actually doing it and being physical is the other side of the spectrum. So it's super important for you to be well-rounded, not only be spiritual, but also be very, very versatile and durable through work and through intention. And it's so important for us to become the person that we want to through this, because that, I truly believe, is the way to enlightenment, is through hard work and good thoughts. Treat people right, but treat yourself the best, because you would never be able to treat someone well if you weren't treating yourself good. And to focus on not only yourself but to every other is how you really grow. Now, it might be contradicting, but you have to realize that before you can feed everyone else, you have to feed yourself, because you wouldn't be able to have the energy, or whatever it may be, you wouldn't be able to get the oxygen mask on the other person as your airplane crashes if you didn't have yours on. And it's just one of those things, is it might sound contradicting, but it's so important for us to help ourselves so we can help others. And through meditation and yoga, you can get one side of the spectrum. You can get yourself out of the turmoil and help yourself. But you won't be going on to the next steps if you don't start helping others through the same process. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit subscribe. Other than that, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you later. Namaste.